Is this a predictable outcome of what happened? I mean, if you were told, I don't know, half a year ago that a newspaper was going to print cartoons like this, what would be the reaction? Would you have predicted that this would have taken place?
Yes, I think I probably would have. They really are just plain insulting. And as somebody else pointed out, we do this to our political leaders on a regular basis, absolutely. But we don't generally do it even to our religious icons. We wouldn't do it to Moses or Abraham or the Buddha or Jesus. And doing it to Muhammad, I think, is over the line. First of all, there's a line between making fun of and satire, and being offensive and disrespectful. And one is okay, the other one is not. At the same time, the reaction has gotten way out of control.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think in the West, it's easy for us to see this as sort of like a freedom of speech issue, and then it's indicative of the fact that somehow freedom of speech is not congruent with Arab views. Is that
well, freedom of speech is supposed to be that you are putting forward contrary ideas for a debate in the marketplace of ideas. That's what freedom of speech is about. Even under our own Supreme Court, for example, freedom of speech does not extend to yelling fire in a crowded theater.
Right.
Well, in a sense, what these Danish cartoonists were doing was yelling fire in a crowded theater. Arabs and Muslims do have a sense of humor. They have a very good sense of humor, but there is a limit. It's sort of like ethnic jokes. You can make jokes about your own ethnicity, but you don't want someone else making jokes about yours. Black comics can say things about black culture that a white comic wouldn't begin to say, and vice versa. So that, I think, is also a factor. This was more than just a cartoon. There is a very strong sense in the Islamic world of being disrespected, that there is an Islamophobia in the West, and to them, these cartoons represented that worst of the Islamophobia. I think the basic issue, the basic phenomena is a debate within Islam. From the Muslim and Islamic point of view, where they have a great deal of pride in their history, it's how did we get to this point? And how do we reform ourselves so that we can be treated with the respect and the dignity that the world treats each other already? I was on a panel where somebody described it as a clash of ignorance. Both sides are almost equally ignorant of the other one.
Interesting.
They interpret everything in the most extreme manner. We have extremes, we have stereotypes, we have ignorance, and while we're asking them to understand us better, we need to work a lot harder to understand who we're dealing with.